One of the most recent updates in Google's AI model, Gemini, is the ability to easily generate complete Google slide presentations through the Canvas tool, which lives in Gemini. So you can begin by going to gemini.google.com, or you can get to Gemini through the Google Apps Launcher as well. Once you're there, click on the word Tools inside the prompting box and then choose Canvas. Then you're ready to start. So if you'd like to use any kind of document as you create your presentation, for example, I have downloaded the Standards of Learning for Biology, and I am going to upload those so that Gemini can reference that as it builds my presentation. Now, I have written ahead of time my prompt, but of course, I could just start typing right here. I have asked Gemini to generate a Google slide presentation about cells for grade 10. I'm asking it to use the standards of learning for biology that I've uploaded, and I've mentioned specific things that I would like it to address as it builds the presentation. Now, I could have left it much more general than that and then just refined it as I go along. But let's see what happens. Once you put your prompt in, you simply click this submit button. Then you'll see a little wheel turning and it'll start talking to you in terms of telling you what it's doing. And because we're making a video, this might go a little bit slower, but you can see that it's structuring the slides, it's reading the standards, it's making plans, and this is going to take a little while. So I'm going to go ahead and jump over to a presentation that I made earlier. So once Gemini's finished, it will generate a slide presentation. You'll notice it has a simple theme inserted. Here I have 15 slides that it has made for me, and I can start just going through these slides and seeing if this works for me. Do I like what it's made? And of course, if I need to make revisions, I can do that right within this interface before I export the slides, or I could do it after I export the slides. So as I look through this, I see that this is looking pretty good, but I'm thinking to myself, wouldn't it be great if there were a way that I could help my students understand fully the difference between prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells? So I'm thinking, why don't I ask Gemini to build me another slide that is a humorous analogy to explain the difference between the two so that it will help my students. So I did that. You can see here where I typed that. And then it did create a new slide, but it got a little confused and it kind of made like a whole new presentation with one slide. So I said, add this slide to the previous presentation, and I told it where to put the slide after slide 4. So, and it did that. So now when I go to slide 5, I can see that it's made an analogy about a living situation to explain the specialization of those two types of cells. Isn't that awesome? And so those are the kinds of things that you can do as you're refining your presentation. So moving on, I can see that it uh, addresses several things. It's got some pretty good visuals in here. So if I'm feeling good about this, all I have to do is click export to slides, and then you'll see down in the bottom left corner, it'll start creating those slides, and then I can open that in Google, and I can continue to edit that like any other slide presentation. How awesome is that? So that is the tool, and you're going to love this tool. So you should get in here and play with it just as soon as you can. If you have questions, let me know.